TV guys, you set? Okay, we'll start with an opening statement from the coach, then we'll go to questions.
First of all, I want to thank our fans. It was an incredible environment. Everything that you dream about as a coach or players to get to play in front of, they were into the game. They were incredible, and I just can't thank them enough. Blessed by the good Lord to be able to do this, what I do, and I know normally I'm up here and we talk about washing things. I don't want to wash this one though. All right, I want us to live with this feeling for the next 48 hours because our fans deserve better than what I did as a head coach and what we did as a staff and what we did as players on the floor in that second half. And we will be different on Tuesday night.
Coach, what made Christian Bishop so effective tonight?
Our lack of physicality.
One of the more physical games you guys have had this season?
I don't know about that. I just felt like we let him catch the ball in a high foul, high score area, and he took advantage of it.
And then when Keontae picks up that third foul, I guess how does that change for him defensively and as the unit when he's out there with 3 and 4 fouls?
Yeah, it's tough when one of your best players picks up 2 fouls in the first couple seconds of the game, and there are things that you feel like inconsistent in how what's considered a foul and what's not considered a foul. So that's got to be frustrating for him as a player. And then we're putting him in and out of the game, and really can't get into a rhythm and that. So I hats off to Keontae for being able to come in for the spurts he did in the first half and was effective offensively, but he wasn't able to help us rebounding. He wasn't able to help us defensively, and so it took a lot away from us in the first half.
Coach Marquise has 6 turnovers today. I think he's had at least 4 in the last 3 or 4 games. What can you guys do to get him back on a positive trend?
It's something that he has to do. And so we got to play with his feet on the ground. And I think teams are putting 2 guys on him and speeding him up, and he's probably a little pressed right now. And so we just got to get him to relax and make the simple play and trust that the ball will come back to him.
Coach, did you get the look you wanted on that final possession?
It was one of those 2 guys. We thought we would get a shot there.
Coach Marquise makes some great passes, and he catches the defense off guard. Sometimes he catches his own teammates off guard. Maybe they don't catch up when they're not ready for it. What needs to be done to fix that on his end or on the receiving end of those passes?
Yeah, we got a rule on some of the passes, and Keith just has to stick to the rules, and if he sticks to the rules, it helps all of us.
Jerome, in hindsight, what do you think you guys should have done better there at the very start of the second half?
Well, they just came out and was way more physical than we were and more aggressive than we were. And, I don't know what the mindset was, but we talked about coming out and owning the paint again. Because, in the first half, it was, I think, 14-8. In the second half, it was flipped the other way. I think it was like 22-6. They killed us in the paint, right? And that was the difference in the ball game. The points off of turnovers and the points in the paint, and we just did not. We didn't set the tone of the game. We let them set the tone of the second half.
You took 3 timeouts to the second half, and Texas went on that run to start and got back into it immediately. And you didn't use your first timeout of the second half until I think there were like 2 minutes left to play. Can you take me through your thought process and how you use timeouts in certain situations and when you save them?
I just I didn't think it was like we weren't rattled, right? We just weren't focused, and so we were able to call a set and get Keontae a touch and get a score, and and that, I thought about doing it, and, having them at the end of the game helped. So it's give or take. If I was on the road, I probably would have burned the timeout. At home, I thought we were all right.
Coach, first 2-game losing streak this season. You got a team coming up that beat you the first time. How do you rebound quickly with not a lot of time in between?
Now we get to work. That's what we do. We meet tomorrow at 5, and we got to practice on Monday. And I hope that they are as, y'all always say that I'm always smiling. I hope that they are as pissed off as I am right now about what just happened in the second half. And if they're not, they're going to figure it out.
But you haven't had many losses here where this one brings a little bit more. It seems
Yeah, we never want to lose at home, man. Especially with the fans we have and the energy that they brought for us. And when everybody does their job and you don't, like that's not a good thing. And everybody in our arena did their job except for the coaches and the players on the floor. And we have to fix that.
Coach, is this another one of those opportunities to really see what kind of fire your guys are going to be coming out with on Tuesday?
Yeah, most definitely.
Coach, 19 turnovers in the game. It's a lot of empty possessions, and that's not obviously just one guy's fault. How do you get better? What are the factors in valuing those possessions a little more, making sure you have fewer empty possessions moving forward?
Yeah, we're gonna go look at them. I thought we tried to hit home runs, man. And instead of just hitting singles, we'd get a steal and try to throw it for a layup, and it'd be like give it right back to them. Instead of making the simple play, we tried to throw the cute pass. And guys just have to understand that. There's no blowouts in our league. We don't have that margin for error. Some teams might, but we don't have that kind of margin for error. So we have to value the ball, and every possession we got to get up a shot. Because if we do that, we'll have a chance to win every night. But if we don't, then things like this are going to happen. Thanks, everybody.